Hello sweeties! Because this is the last week of the year, I'm going to take a very quick peek at the energies of the year ahead, just to give you a little idea of what to expect. If you want to be reminded of upcoming episodes, just subscribe and press the little bell thing. It's going to be a fascinating year. Everything's changing, us included. So exciting. Happy New Year. Let's get to the stars. Capricorn, my sweetheart, it's true, the planets have been leaning on you for some time. Quite hard actually, and it's not over yet. The upside is that your strengths, as well as your weaknesses, are magnified. So if there's something you need to start or get moving, now's your chance. All these really heavy energies have made you much more organized, patient, methodical, helpful, all of these things than you were before. Your leadership skills are stronger than ever, and there's huge respect for you all around. Of course, you're also more controlling and aloof and a very mild pain in the ass. So why not pick the parts you need? It's an amazingly powerful year, this. It's gonna knock your socks off. That's it for Capricorn. Aquarius, my love, probably won't please you to hear that this is your year for inner growth, which means lots of alone time so you can learn to deal with all your own accumulated crap. Not fun maybe, but really worthwhile. Still, what you won't expect is how quickly your attitude shift affects your prosperity for the better. The more you believe you deserve, the more you'll actually attract. You're already coming out of a really interesting career year, so maintenance is all that's really required now, and some progress. There's money to be made in personal ventures. Start something with a lover, someone you trust. If there isn't anyone around, there soon will be. Watch and learn, and get ready to grow. That's it for Aquarius. Pisces, sweetie, your greatest challenge, even more than usual, is to stay sane and grounded and focused. Your planets are in a very dreamy mood, dragging you off on spiritual pursuits and creative adventures, all very well until a practical problem hits. This is your year for honing basic skills. Can you really take care of yourself? Can you keep your promises, get to places on time, manage your taxes, eat proper food, take care of your health? Teach yourself that stuff. There'll be no stopping you. It's what being a human being is actually all about. You already know how to be a spiritual being. A tiny spot of personal discipline and you'll have an amazing year. That's it for Pisces. Aries, my love, it's a year for travel, lots of travel. Study, expanding your skills, and some spiritual growth, as well as financial restructuring, which means you'll have to, for once, understand exactly where your money is going. You are going to have to pay attention to the pennies. But since your career is on an upward swing, you'll have a lot more confidence with the whole money thing than you had before. Think about starting something new in March, something completely your own. Get your friends to help, they're keen as mustard, and they think you're amazing, which is something you've forgotten. Let them remind you how extraordinary you are. Be successful. That's it for Aries. Taurus, my darling, geesh, but you've been having a really hard time. Certainly a weird time. But that's just because you've never really been comfortable with inexplicable changes. You live under the delusion that life is controllable. The fact is, life is about change, change is about life. That's your 2019 lesson. Still, from March, that energy does start to settle, but only slightly. The cosmic plan is for you to become just as comfortable with unpredictability as you are with rigid plans. So you're changing. And to do that, you have to stand back and let your life come to you. It's happening either way. You might as well make it an adventure. Charge in without knowing the outcome. Give it a bash. That's it for Taurus. Gemini, my love. So what is your life really about? You'll spend much of the year trying to figure that out. You might change your religion or revise your beliefs or join some weird cult, knowing you. Hopefully not, but we'll see. You'll definitely encounter changes, endings, transformations that will send you off in a completely new direction. Think about ways to reinvent yourself. The love life will have an awful lot to do with how it turns out. There's so much going on in that big heart of yours, and commitment, amazingly, is a definite part of it. Try not to get carried away with your own lunacy, Better still, surrender to the energies and see where they take you. You'll be a very different person by December. Very different. That's it for Gemini. Cancer, sweetie, there are definite challenges ahead, but you love to stretch yourself. And besides, there's nothing here you can't handle. The plan is to emotionally detach so you can grow and strengthen. You know how these people are always droning on about developing your core? Well, that's what this is about. This is where you discover your inner leader. You find out who you are without all the layers. Either way, it all gets much easier from April, by which time you'll understand what it's all for. Promise you. Still, you'll have to watch your health. You know how quickly you can falter when those emotions are on high alert. No matter. Your understanding is growing. You're becoming the person you were born to be. So fabulous. That's it for Cancer. Leo, my darling, look up. There are eclipses all over the place, impacting you, your image, your plans, your life. Of course, you'll handle it all with the usual aplomb, but there will definitely be stressful moments. Just keep going. The planets shift in March, bringing fascinating career opportunities if you're ready to grab them, along with more than a little confusion just to mess with your head. But there's loads of fun to be had too. The career will be directing your moves. There'll be travel, fascinating love affairs of the kind you can't really control, and delicious new projects. You're also wildly fertile, so watch it if you're not in the market for extra mouths to feed. Mostly you'll enjoy this year, and it definitely won't be boring. That's it for Leo. Virgo, my angel, your year could not be happier. For once, the cosmos is leaving you out of the dramas, sending fun, fortune, opportunity, entertainment your way instead. There'll be a birth of a child or a creative project in the later months, but mostly your year is about spiritual moves, which is strange because you always pretend not to care about that stuff. Still, 4 of this year's 5 eclipses jump up and down on your soul. The planet wants to know what you believe and how you figure out your moral values. Give it some thought. Meanwhile, a move or family shift is high on the agenda. Children feature prominently as you discover your own inner child, so you can learn to play. And mostly, the planets just want you to have a good time, for a change. That's it for Virgo. Libra, my lamb, talk about hyperactive. You're moving, traveling, learning, finding new outlets for your particular brand of creative genius. And yeah, your health is taking a slight knock, but that's only because you're taking the stresses too seriously. Family obligations are weighing heavily and you're looking for an escape. Ask the relatives to share your pains. They've got to be useful for something. You're never required to save the world on your own. Besides, from March, you'll have other fish to fry. Love, your favorite, moves into a much safer place, giving you space to think for 5 seconds before tossing all the lovers out into the snow. All you need now is a little patience. Your soulmate is knocking on the door. Stop looking for perfection. Try normal human beings. That's it for Libra. Scorpio, my love, prosperity is right behind you as you climb all the ladders you care about. Careful though, there's a danger of leaving people behind, children especially, in your rush to get to the front of the queue. You know what you like. So pay attention to the important stuff, as in people you love. Meanwhile, the race up the career ladder won't be completely without drama. People get jealous and they do weird things. And don't think that you're immune from jealousy either. Your behavior is often extremely dodgy. So behave yourself. Forgive the others, forgive yourself, and keep your wish list close at hand. After all, it's no fun having all the toys if there's no one to play with. That's it for Scorpio. Sagittarius, you delicious creature, this is a fabulous year. All your own planets, and yes, they are your very own, have come home to roost. They'll spend the year bringing you luck and making you smile. You'll even be more yourself than usual, traveling, having adventures, laughing uproariously, driving everyone nuts. And while you're there, you're rethinking your spiritual beliefs. What do you think it's all for? Are you just filling in time till you turn into a pile of dust? Or is there another plan, a cosmic plan? This is one of those times when the answers come to you at long last, but you'll have to make a little extra effort to get to the truth. Think of it as another adventure, the best adventure. That's it for Sagittarius. Thank you, sweeties, for listening to Astrology with Linda Shaw. This is going to be a wild year. All of us need to be willing to adapt, to share, to communicate, to check on each other. We're going to need each other's help. And we'll all need the courage to ask for help when we need it. No one has to do any of this alone. Happy New Year, sweeties. Love you all madly.